Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Paul with ReliGym, and this week's tips, tricks, and training ideas video is going to be on grip strength drills. So this last weekend was the Spartan World Championships up in Tahoe, and the silent killer for sure out of the obstacles was the multi-rig. I think maybe 1 out of every 100 people actually accomplished it. Even a lot of the pros were having issues with it. So after I raced, I watched for a good hour to kind of see what people were failing on, why they were failing on it, and compiling what we could do to make this better, right? And I came up with 4 things that people were doing that were causing themselves issues. So in this video, we're going to go over those 4 things, and I'm also going to show you some of the tools that I use to do grip training. I've been rock climbing a long time. Grip strength is right up my alley. And also a few drills that you can do every day to work on your grip training. So, get started with what I use. Gymnastics rings. These are pretty much my go-to. We use these just about every day in our training for 1 of the 2 workouts a day. Whether it be pull-ups, muscle-ups, ring dips, L-sits, all sorts of things can be used for this, but it all has to do with hanging. So we try to hang and use our grip every single day. This is a huge tool. Next big tool everybody has in their pocket, pull-up bar. Everyone has one or has access to one, and it's probably one of the most versatile tools. We use this all the time, and it's a great place to start if you're really lacking in your grip strength training. This is a really good tool. Then we got some tools that we made here. We got pipe bombs. These are an old rock climbing tool that I've been using for a long time. I love them. Basically, it's just a foot long of PVC, hole drilled through it with some rope and some athletic tape wrapped around it. Then we have grip gloves, another climbing tool. I've seen a lot of people make these really cheap out of baseballs and whatnot. You can also find them on Amazon for about 10-15 bucks, really cheap. And all we do is we hook them up to these little rigs that I have built here. Next week I'll probably film a video more on the tools that you can use and how you can use them. But these are awesome. Basically, it's just a lever. You can make them shorter or longer. And this is doubled, so it actually has about 3 foot of range. We bring these to the park. You can hang them from tree branches and they'll still be level because you can change the heights. You can use them anywhere. Super, super versatile. Those are a couple of tools that we use. Now we're going to talk about those 4 things I was talking about that everyone was messing up on. Number 1, breathing. So many people were holding their breath. And you can tell this right away. It's a dead giveaway. People will be super strong in that first half of the rig, just be muscling through it, right? And all of a sudden, power dump, and they just lose it. And you're like, wow, it looked like they had it. Why did they fail? They were holding their breath. Your number 1 source of energy is the air you breathe. Everyone concentrates on the food they eat, the water they drink, stuff like that. But the number 1 energy source is your breath, oxygen. If you're holding your breath and you're not breathing properly, I don't care how strong you are, you're going to fail. So one thing that I like to do a lot is when I'm training, verbally tell myself and the people that I train with, inhale, exhale, whether it's on a 1 rep max squat or just hanging drills. So how I usually do this when I'm actually hanging is I like to be exhaling at the easiest part of the movement, right, when both hands are on. And then I'll inhale and hold my breath while I'm letting go and swinging from one to the other. So what that's going to look like here, I'm going to talk through it. So here we go. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So you're just going to go back and forth, and that's really going to help you saying it, verbally saying it, or just thinking it. Inhale, exhale. That's going to improve your performance so much, endurance-wise. You know, the first 5-6 rings you might have after that, if you're having a real hard issue being able to maintain that energy output, it's most likely because of your breathing. So that's number 1. Number 2 is your scapular retraction. You want to be engaged in your shoulder blades the whole time. Too many people, when they hang, they stay super slack and loose, thinking they're conserving energy. You don't want to do this. This is a bad position. What you want to do is pull your shoulder blades together and down. So together and down. And you're going to engage your lats, all of the musculature in between your scapula. And what that's going to look like when you're hanging is here's loose and slack. This is bad. You want to be engaged and up. Bad, good, bad, good. Even with one hand here, bad, good, bad, good. Other side, bad, good, bad, good. So work on those drills, and that's going to help you a lot staying engaged. And not only will it help you with your grip strength, because that transfer of energy, it also brings you up slightly so it's easier to reach the next rung. A lot of people, they'll be swinging and they just can't reach it, right? If you have that engaged, you're going to have a few more inches to play with. It's a huge help. Number 3 is forearm engaged. Another big thing I noticed is people are saying neutral wrist hanging down like this. What you really want to strive for is getting up over the top and engaged strong here. So as soon as you start wrapping, it engages your forearm more. And another thing that it does is if you're hanging here, you're hanging solely using your finger strength, right? Your fingers are not that strong, they're pretty small muscles. If you can wrap over more, now the weight is being placed on the palm of your hand. You're using all those ligaments and the bone structure of your hand to hold the weight instead of your fingertips. It's going to be a lot stronger. So, to simulate a rig, I like doing the swing, but you'll be able to see it here, is when I engage over the top and I swing, you'll see me reach and wrap over. Then swing, reach, wrap over, and you're never going to be able to get really high and stay like this, but you want to get there and try to stay there. So you want to keep this engaged. You're going to slide down and straighten down a little bit, but you don't want to be down like this. You want to be engaged more. So that's going to help a lot. So that's number 3. Number 4, the biggest help, practice more. Crazy, right? How do you get better at running? You run more. How do you get better at squatting? You squat more. Hanging is the same thing. You're going to gain strength, gain knowledge. You're going to notice things that you're doing wrong, notice things that you're doing right by just plain hanging more. So hanging is something, like I said, we use rings just about every day. And if I don't have rings handy or anything, when I'm just warming up, I always warm up with these single arm hang drills and scapular retraction drills. So I'm going to show you those real quick. You do them on any bar, rings, pipe bombs, grip globes, whatever you have available. The eave of the house, a tree branch, whatever you want. But what you're going to do here is you're going to grab on, get a good grip, whether it's false grip wrapped over the top or a regular grip wrapped underneath. You're going to hang, dead hang, all the way down. Scapular contraction for 3 seconds. Hang. Scapular contraction for 3 seconds. Hang. Now what you can also do, once you get good at that, that would be the first step. The next progression is going to be lateral contraction. So from here, you want to contract to the side, stay there. So I'm just contracting on this side, pulling myself in straight into a good scapular position. Hold for 3 seconds, release. Hold for 3 seconds, release. Go back and forth. Now, once you get that, the third section of the progression is going to be really working on that grip strength. Before that, you're getting everything ready with that scapular contraction. Now you're really going to be working just solely on the grip strength. So what we're going to do, we're going to do that lateral contraction, let go with one hand, come down, touch your side. Keep engaged, don't relax, keep engaged. Reach back up, switch over, hand down. Over, keep engaged, hand down. And just go back and forth. I like to do those drills for a couple minutes before I do any workout. It helps get my shoulders warmed up, helps get my forearms warmed up, and also get your lats and core warmed up. Great hanging drills. So, number 1, breathe. Number 2, scapular contraction. Number 3, engage your forearm. Number 4, practice, practice, practice. Keep doing it over and over and over. So that's it for this week's tips, tricks, and training ideas video. Next week we're going to expand a little bit more on different tools you can use and how you can use them. The week after that we're going to go into a few more drills that will simulate the rig, monkey bars, and things that you're actually going to see in obstacle courses. And then the 4th week, if anyone has anything that they really want to see or still has questions on, we're going to make a video and clear all those up. So if you have any questions on anything, need any more explanation on anything, go ahead and leave it in the comments. We'll get right back to you. Make sure to check out the rest of our videos on www.religym.org, ReliGym. Check out what we're trying to do there. Check out who our team is and what we're trying to promote and spread. And yeah, get training hard. Later, guys.